This is grade 10, Network Notes, Module 2.1, Introducing Networks. What is a network? A network is a collection of computers that are connected by some sort of communication media, whether that's cables or wirelessly, to allow users to communicate, to share software, hardware, data, and information. What type of devices can be connected in a network? We could have a computer like a desktop computer, a laptop, a mobile device, tablet, a printer that has Wi-Fi printing availability, Xbox gaming console, Apple TV, some kind of streaming device. Communications media, as I said a little bit earlier, is referring to how the device is going to be connecting, whether you're using cables. So that would be a wired connection. Physical cables are actually laid. Or wirelessly, there are no cables. In order for a device to wirelessly connect, you would have to have that device having a wireless network card. If they didn't have a wireless network card, you would have to use cables. The most common cable is your Ethernet cable, is the unshielded twisted pair. Shielded twisted pair and fiber optic cable is becoming more and more popular as people are using fiber as a means. So here we've got the shielded twisted pair. You'll notice that each pair has extra shielding around it. It's often used in Ethernet networks, especially fast data rate Ethernets. Has extra covering that protects the transmission line from electromagnetic interference leaking into or out of the cable. Unshielded twisted pair is the most common one. Is a type of wiring in which two conductors of a single circuit are twisted together for the purpose of cancelling out electromagnetic interference from external sources. Types of cables. So different categories of unshielded twisted pair cables are available. You'd want to consider your bandwidth and speed needs. Cat5. For the most part, Cat5 is a perfect fit for the average residential installation. However, if your network needs to support higher bandwidths and faster transfer speeds, you'd want to consider Cat6. Fiber optic cable. Optical fibers are used most often as a means to transmit light between two ends of the fiber and finds wide usage in fiber optic communications, where they permit transmission over long distances and at higher bandwidths than wired cables. It's a lot faster. Advantages of networks: fast, efficient communication, sharing of hardware resources, centralization of data, transfer of files, leisure, increased security and control, flexible access. We're going to look at each of these. So, fast, efficient communication. In a school environment, email, WhatsApp, SMS can be used to communicate with parents and learners. Reports could be emailed to the parents at the end of the term instead of printing the reports. Learners can post work on the class WhatsApp group. The use of social networks such as Instagram and Snapchat, TikTok enables people to be involved in the lives of friends and family wherever they are in the world. They're able to share status updates as well as photos and videos. Sharing of hardware. Hardware such as printers and scanners can be shared by users on the same network. This is a lot cheaper than buying such devices for each computer. If you think about it in a school environment, you would not want a separate printer for every computer. That would be very expensive. Because the printer can connect to the network, no matter what computer you're logged onto, you can send the work to the same printer. Sharing of files. Well, the network allows people to share files without ever needing to make use of portable flash or hard drives. How that works is we've got a shared drive. How the shared drive works is that we've got all the work not saved on the actual computer, but the work is actually saved on a server. The server, because your data is saved on the server, any computer can be signed on and your work will be on that computer. You can sign off that computer, sign on another computer, and your work follows you wherever you go. Because you're not actually physically saving on that computer's hard drive, you're saving the work on the server. A server is a powerful computer in a network that provides shared resources such as files. Centralization of data. In a networked environment, often more than one person will need to access the same file. For example, life science teachers using the same PowerPoint presentation in their class, they would place the file on the shared drive and it will allow everyone to access the same file. If you think in terms of CAT, if you take CAT at school with me, you'll know that often I place the work on the shared drive. You copy the file onto your desktop, we work through the work, but everyone's had the same file to work on. You're then able to return work by saving it on the returns drive. Flexible access. Using the internet removes location-specific limit of a network. You don't have to be physically in the building in order to access the files. You can make use of a virtual private network to gain access to your work files. You could save files to the cloud using cloud storage programs like Google Drive. That'll allow one to access the files anywhere where there's an internet connection. Again, I said using a virtual private network allows users to access files saved on the server directly from home by gaining access via the VPN program installed on the computer. Now, these are not the VPNs that we are telling you not to install on your devices. This is a very specific VPN program that has been certified as safe. It is not stealing your information. It is not monitoring what you are doing on your device in terms of gathering data and selling that data off. This is a private, secure connection. Leisure. So entertainment industry is moving online and a whole host of leisure activities are available. So you got gaming, you could read ebooks that you've bought via Amazon. You can play games on your phone or on your computer. You can stream TV series, movies. You could watch with Netflix or Showmax. You could watch YouTubers on YouTube. Increased control and security. Since the data of an organization can be centrally stored on the server, it's easier to ensure the data is backed up regularly because you're only backing up from one place. It's easier to maintain the integrity of the data if it's updated in one central location compared to having to get it off every single computer. Using a network, software such as antivirus software can be updated by sending the updates to all the computers from a central computer. It's much easier. Disadvantages. A higher level of expertise is needed to set up and run. A high level of security is needed. You need antivirus software, you need firewall software, anti-spyware. Harmful software spreads quickly, so viruses can really be a big problem. If the network develops a problem, no one can print or work on their files. If the server crashes, you could lose all your data. So there are some disadvantages, but if you've got the right people doing the job properly, they can eliminate a lot of these problems. What is the internet? A worldwide computer network consisting of many large or small networks that are connected via telephone lines, satellite, or microwaves. Not the microwave in the kitchen, but microwaves for the purposes of sharing resources and communication. Yeah, and there were two videos, but we're not going to watch them. You can watch them when we're in class.